Collision Theory and Activation Energy by Nicholas and Thomas. Collision theory states that molecules must collide in the correct orientation and with enough energy in order to react. Molecules in gases and liquids will collide if they are in the same container, because they are in constant motion. Collision is necessary for a reaction to occur, but not every collision will result in a reaction. For example, if a nitric oxide molecule and ozone molecule collide in the correct orientation with enough energy to break the old bonds, the reaction occurs and nitrogen dioxide and oxygen molecules are formed. However, when the reactants are in the wrong orientation, the reaction cannot occur. Or, if the reactants collide with insufficient energy, the reaction cannot occur because there is not enough energy in the collision to break the old bonds and to rearrange the atoms. Activation energy is the energy needed to break the existing bonds in the reactants so that a reaction can occur. Bond breaking and rearrangement require considerable energy, and this energy comes from the collision. Old bonds are broken during the collision, and new bonds form after the old bonds are broken. For example, in this reaction, when the nitric oxide and ozone molecules collide, the collision has enough energy to break the nitrogen to oxygen bond and two oxygen to oxygen bonds. Then two new nitrogen to oxygen bonds and a new oxygen to oxygen bond are formed, and the reaction results in the products, which are nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. Activation energy can be represented on a graph of energy and time. In an endothermic reaction, the energy of the products is higher than the energy of the reactants. The heat is absorbed. In an exothermic reaction, the energy of the products is lower than the energy of the reactants, so heat is released. If a reaction has a high activation energy, there will be fewer collisions with enough energy to successfully break the existing bonds. So there will be less successful collisions and the reaction will be slower. If a reaction has a low activation energy, there will be more collisions with enough energy to successfully break the existing bonds. So there will be more successful collisions and the reaction will be faster. Let's review. In order to react, molecules must collide in the correct orientation and with enough energy to break the old bonds so that new bonds can form. This is called collision theory, and the minimum amount of energy needed for a reaction to occur is called the activation energy.